Hey guys, I'm going to try to redo this video here. It might not have come out good the first time. I kept getting interrupted by my cat. I wanted to show you guys a couple things on DMR. It's different than like an FM repeater. So as you know, with an FM repeater, you turn your radio on, you turn to that frequency or talk group or whatever you want to call it, channel. You got a program in. Anyway, you tune to the repeater, and if somebody's talking, you're going to hear them right away. And you know, like with HF, you turn to the frequency, you listen for a little bit, you listen, because you might not hear the other guy, and then you might ask, is the frequency in use, right? And you wait a little bit more, and then you call CQ, and like, you know, half of the time some guy will then come back and blast you and say, hey, your frequency's in use, oh man. But anyway, with the DMR, it's kind of a crazy thing because you'll, I have an issue with my camera here. Let me see. With the DMR, when you first key in a talk group, there's two types of talk group. There's usually like the local one that's always on, and if that's the case where it's always on, you can just turn your radio to that talk group, and if somebody's talking, you'll hear them right away. But what we call the key up on demand talk groups, it's kind of crazy. You don't actually hear anything until the next person keys up. So, for an example, this guy here, he's been talking for about 17 seconds. If I bring up that talk group right now, I will not hear the other station, Claudio. I won't hear him until Giovanni unkeys. Because with DMR on demand, you got to catch the beginning of the transmission. I'm going to just show you a quick demo using this radio right here. That's what's cool about these. I guess you can do it with some of the other rigs, but out of the box, you can do it with this 580. So his talk group 22283. So 22283. And I'm going to hit lock. So he's talking. I turn the volume up a little bit so you can hear him. See, I'm going to key up. Call me a liar. Well, that was interesting. That one came up immediately. Hold on a minute. Let me try another one. Well, here's the other thing. Well, this one, I don't know why it came up that quick, but I might have already been subscribed here. The other one is, if he keeps talking like that, I can't clear out. All right. How am I gonna do my clear? He's still transmitting. So if you're on a repeater, this is real annoying. You cannot get out of here and change your talk group until this guy unkeys. He's on a private talk group, you know, so yeah, whatever. They might transmit a little longer. Alright, he unkeyed. Oh, I didn't get it. See, I tried to key in and get a 4000 to clear my open spot, but they didn't leave enough of a pause. So I'll have to wait like until this guy's done with his transmission. But if you keep your transmissions about a minute, see they're mostly about a minute or less, and you leave a 5-second pause, then when you want to get out of a talk group, you can get out of it. So I tried to explain that in my other video, and everybody's just like, I don't know, thinking I'm just being an ass. And yeah, I am being an ass, because if you come in and you just start key up and you don't hear anything, and you just start calling CQ, start another queue, so it detaches other groups of repeaters from other ones, and then you've got all sorts of stuff. It's almost like a sporadic E. You'll be talking to somebody, and all of a sudden, boop, there's a couple other people on my frequency. Hey, I was here first. It's kind of like that. So two things: you key up, you wait, and then the people who are in communication, if they can kind of keep their transmission under a minute, I think that's okay. And about a 5-second pause. And this is on the busy talk groups, like, 3100. Already cleared. I'm going to try to jump out of there if I cleared it. All right, I got it that time, but just barely made it, right? So yeah, that's the thing. So talk as long as you want, but every 60 seconds you should unkey for about 5 seconds, and then that'll give people an opportunity to get out, come in, that sort of thing. Oh, the frequency is in use. I didn't hear anything, that sort of thing. So that's all I had to say. That way you won't be lid-like, right? Because some people just say, is this talk group in use? That's cool, a repeater in use. Try to identify what talk group you're on as well. So you'll throw your call sign monitoring on 3100. Okay, because you got some people who are scanning and they might want to get back to you, but if they don't, I don't know what talk group you're on. They don't know what to do, right? So, and you got rigs like this where you got two frequencies. Guess I can't display it. Anyway, so yeah, just say what talk group you're on. I'm listening. Anybody want a QSO, looking for radio check, whatever, and sometimes people are busy. They're doing other things, so they're not going to always answer right away. It also seems like certain times of day, everybody wants to jump on at the same time. So if it gets like that, just back off. Go to another talk group if you can. I know repeaters are kind of limited. I would like to see people who have open spots and things like that move off of the busy ones. If they're talking to other people with open spots, there's really no reason to tie up that, unless you're waiting for someone. But that's all, because you got the people on repeaters, the DMR mark system. They only have like a handful of talk groups they can use. So if you go and somebody's on 3100 and 310, and then they're long-winded, they can't even clear out. So it gives people a bad opinion of DMR, I'll say. So that's kind of one thing. There's another thing I wanted to mention, and that is it gets real tricky with some of the repeaters, right? So you got some repeaters that let's say you go on and you you want to use 3100, and then you got other guys that want to use maybe, I don't know, 93 or something. So you key up. I gotta laugh because this happened to me. I wanted to use 310, right? Because I wanted to talk to a friend back home. So I didn't hear anything. I didn't see my little green light on. I was like, okay, cool. I key up. I bring it up. I start making my call. And everything was cool. We were in a QSO. And then on that same repeater, somebody didn't listen. They keyed up and they brought up 93. Yeah, they brought up like 93 worldwide and started making calls. And, oh man. So, like, needless to say, my QSO just went, bye-bye, right? So, that's the thing why you want to kind of, like, listen a little bit before you go ahead and start making calls. Because on a repeater, if somebody's using one of the other push-up talk groups, key-up talk groups, when you change it, you're going to mess them up. And here's the crazy thing about it. Sometimes they say stay subscribed to both. So if somebody, even if you were listening and you didn't hear anything, right, but it was left as at 3100 and you key up 310 and you make your call, and then there's like a long pause and nobody out there, and then somebody comes back in on 3100, you're gonna be like, what the heck? I just brought up 310. Why am I hearing stuff on 3100? And this happens with the open spots too. That's why you do that 4000 to clear it. So it's kind of crazy. This is just a couple of little quirks that confuses a lot of people when they're new. I just kind of wanted to run it by you. All right, talk to you a little later. If you get any questions, just ping me later.